Hi guys, you know who it is. Okay. So, many of you know my daughter had brain surgery and everything. So she basically has a condition called hydrocephalus, which is water on the brain. Okay, fine. So we have to go to a lot of therapies and things like that to get her back to get her where she was and better. Okay, cool. So, my daughter goes to regular daycare, and the therapist rather, they come into the daycare to help her. Okay, cool. So, and this lady that is there, she has a 5-year-old. She has other kids, but a 5-year-old who's severely delayed. Now, I don't know if it's just mental or just physical. You know, I don't know how delayed and what the scope is, but he's severely delayed because he's 5. And he doesn't even walk yet, so that's hugely delayed. Okay, fine. So she didn't say that he had a disease. She didn't say that he had some sort of illness, cancer, spina bifida, or cerebral palsy, or any of that nature. She just said delayed. But of course, that could mean anything. Delayed is like yay huge. But anyway, so she was like, well, she wanted to talk to me about the therapies that I'm getting for my daughter and how's that going, and you know how I helped her, because my daughter's been in daycare for about 7 months now, and everybody could see the difference. Okay, cool. So because my daughter, when she first went to daycare, she wasn't doing anything. She wasn't crawling, she wasn't walking, she wasn't doing anything. And then now she's trying to stand, she's trying to walk, she feeds herself, the whole 9 yards. But anyway, so the lady was asking me, you know, basically, what did I do? Which is always a compliment, because sometimes you think, which I was telling my son like a few months ago, I said, I don't think anybody ever noticed how hard I work with Raven. And this is before she had 4 therapists coming in, 4 different therapists coming in. It was when she just had the 2. And I'm just like, I come home after, 9 hours or whatever a day of working on my feet all day, whatever have you, come home and still, work with my daughter, help her stand, walk, talk, whatever the case may be. And I'm exhausted, mentally exhausted and physically exhausted. So I always tell my son that. And one day I was just venting, and I said, I don't think people realize how hard I work. They said, oh, the therapist did this, or oh, the daycare did that. No, I did that, because before they all got into the picture, except for the daycare, because daycare already been there, but they didn't know what to do. But before these people got into the picture, I had to be hands-on and help her do these things. So my son was like, well, maybe some see it, maybe some don't see, but I'm just like, nobody sees this. I'm like, I'm killing myself here. But anyway, so I'm talking to the lady and everything like that. And I said, well, you have to be patient, because special needs kids, it's going to take time, especially he's severely delayed by at least 4 years with something simple as walking. So I know he's not writing. I know he's not eating on his own too much. I know he's not, doing what he's supposed to do at 5. He's not school ready. So he's probably going to a special needs school. I mean, well, he is going to a special needs school, which is fine. But, he has so many gaps. That's 4 years worth of gaps. My daughter's behind about a year and a half, depending on what the skill is. But that's a huge gap. It's 4-year gap. So he just started doing therapy 2 years ago. So I'm just like, well, you got to work with him at home. So she was like, well, when I get home, I'm tired. I have 6 kids, and it's just a lot of us, and when I just got to start doing things and all these different things. But I'm saying to myself, then you don't want to hear the answer. So when I confront people like, not confront, but when I talk to people like that ask me a direct question, I give them the proper answer, at least my proper answer, and they give me that kind of feedback, then they don't want to hear the answer, because the answer is not outside people. The answer is you, the parent. The reason why is because you are your child's first teacher. You are. And we're tired. We got a lot on our plate as adults. But you are your child's first teacher. If your child goes to school about 6 hours a day. If your child goes to daycare 8 hours, maybe 9, depending on your job, location, whatever have you. Okay, fine. That's it. The rest of that time is spent with you. Eating, sleeping, bathing, watching TV, whatever the case may be, is spent with you. So if you're not teaching your child anything in that interim, then why did you expect your teacher, your daycare, to do all the work? You shouldn't. You really shouldn't. I don't care if your child is 5, 2, 10, or 20. Your teacher is not the parent. Your teacher sees your child for a small period of the day, even college. A small period out the day, your teacher sees your child. So you have to fill in those gaps. And if you don't, your child will be even more delayed or even more behind. And we're not just talking about special needs kids. We're talking about just kids, period. If you don't help that child with that homework, how do you expect that child to get the lesson? And I'm tired. I'm a single mom, so I don't have husband. I don't live in a mansion. I don't have nannies. I don't have whatever. So it's hard for me to work 9 hours a day. I'm out the house for about a good 11 hours before I get home. Out of the house, not in the house for 11 hours, or out of the house for 9 and then come back in. No. 11 hours I am out of the house from 4:30 to 4:30, actually 12 hours, kind of like that, yeah, from about 11 hours. I leave here around 5:20, so I don't get home till about 4:30ish. So about 11 hours every day I'm out of the house. That doesn't include going grocery shopping. That doesn't include cooking. Doesn't include washing clothes. Doesn't include, any homeworks I gotta do. I mean, my son is 19. But as far as therapies and stuff like that with my daughter, doesn't include all that. 11 hours out of the house. That's a long time out of the house. Get home, shower, whatever, help my daughter with her therapy. And it's just me one. It's just me one. So, excuse me. So it can be done. People do it. It can be done. There's no excuse because your child needs you. What other person do your child has to rely on to get that extra help? And it was just sad to hear, oh, I got all these kids and oh, I got this, I got that. I understand, but your child is severely delayed. And unless she said, most people will, if it's a disease, they would say, okay, but that child has cerebral palsy. That child has cancer. That child has X, Y, and Z first, instead of saying severely delayed. So that says to me that it may have been some sort of handicap, hiccup in the womb, or whatever case may be, and then it just progressed over time, but nobody caught it early enough when they're 1 and 2. Nobody caught it, and then now the child is 5, and now it became a problem. Now they got therapy 2 years ago, which the child was 3. I'm an analytical type person, but the child was 3, and somebody finally caught it. Why? What happened that they finally decided to say, okay, well, fine, because they probably was going to school. They probably went to preschool or something like that, and the preschool said, whoa, 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 something is wrong here. And then they probably got some help. But you are your child's teacher. You are the first one and the last one they see every single day. And it was so sad to hear, oh, I got a bunch of kids, I'm busy. We all are busy. We all are busy. We all got things to do. We all are tired. I'm trying to work out. I ain't find no time yet to work out, but I'm going to do it. I need to get myself to the doctor and take care of my health and all these different things. We all are busy, but I have to take care of my child. My primary goal in this life when we have children is to take care of our children properly. We have to, or to the best of our ability. Now it's 2018, so we have all kinds of services that are free and cheap and things through our insurances, all these different things to help our children. You have to. So it's just sad in my heart. I just wanted to say that it's just sad in my heart to hear that. And some people just don't, they want other people to do it. And they say, oh, well, it didn't work because other people. Oh, it didn't work because, oh, he just can't learn. Or he's just how he is or she is. And that's sad because everybody can learn. Everybody can do better. Everybody can improve. And it's going to take him a while. So he wants a therapist. My daughter gets 4 therapies per week, different types, but only 45 minutes each therapy. So we got 180 minutes, if I'm correct. 45, 45, 90, yes. So we got 180 minutes per week, mind you. Out of a 7-day period is 180 minutes. That's nothing. That is nothing. 180 minutes you doing therapy per week. Nothing. That's nothing. So if I wasn't doing it at home, I wasn't doing anything. She still wouldn't be probably crawling now. She probably still wouldn't be turning over. She probably still wouldn't be doing anything because that's not a lot of time. And if they miss a week, the therapist miss a week, or if the therapist, whatever, then what? So it just saddened my heart. I just wanted to come to you and tell you that we are our children's everything. Beginning, middle, and the end. It starts and ends with us as parents. If we don't put in that extra effort in our children, who's going to? Because that therapist that has to work with that special needs child, they have to take him all the way back to when he stopped doing whatever, 1 year old or before then. And then start building up his tone, his leg muscles, and whatever have you that he needs to do to start walking again. But mind you, then he's delayed with everything else. So you have to, it's very hard. It's very hard to do this, and it's all hard. It's all hard. And because now it's a learned behavior. So learned behaviors are harder to learn than something that's innate. Hopefully I'm not rambling, but this is just near and dear to my heart because you have to, special needs kids, you have to be there for them. You have to help them. I'm not saying I'm a perfect parent by any means. I'm not the perfect parent, and by any means do I get it right away, or do I learn it right away? Do I catch it right away? But I always ask God, I said, please, let me see whatever I need to see and give me the solution for it. Whatever it is. So that's it. Enjoy your day. And like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.